What's up, everyone? Welcome to the live stream. What's up? Hope everyone's doing well. Okay. Okay. Let's get started. Let's get started. Hope everyone's week started well. Hope everyone's week started well. Okay, so I have some TikTok videos and probably we'll do some Kendra G. Right? So hopefully that'll be fun. Wednesday, hopefully Wednesday. I mean, if work isn't too crazy, hopefully Wednesday I can do a new pop the balloon video. It's an interesting one. It's a new one. It's a new creator, okay? New creator. So hopefully they're good, Hopefully it'll be interesting. So please if you like those, check it out Wednesday. It's going to be a pop the balloon video, right? So hopefully that will be good. All right. All right, let's get started. All right. Let's get started. Let's check this one out. All right. All right, let's check this clip out.
I was at a bar with my friends and this guy got my attention and said, "Hey, you're beautiful. What's your name?" And I told him my name and he shook my hand and he said, "I hope you have an amazing night." And I said, "Thank you." And then he walked away. And this approach works really well for a number of reasons. It's a short interaction, it's polite, it shows interest, and it gives me the opportunity to continue the conversation if I want to know more. He set it up so it was really easy for me to ask for his name so that he could use that as a cue that I was interested in talking to him more. Or because he has no idea what my situation is, if I'm like maybe seeing somebody, I got a compliment and the interaction's already over and he's already walked away. Cold approach to people in public takes balls. I applaud anyone who's able to do it. We've created a very fearful environment for men to talk to women, to the point where I think most people have just given up on it. I just wanted to share a pleasant interaction that I had to show that it is possible to talk to someone in a way that doesn't make them feel uncomfortable. Happy cold approaching. I was at a bar.
Did you actually talk to someone? It's like it's just sound like he talked at you, right? I mean, it's like one-way conversation. Or not even a conversation, he just talked at you and walked away. So, like, what? This is a thing where listening to women, like, this is a thing where what did that accomplish for him? Nothing. It really accomplished nothing for him. So I just kind of find it that, you know, a lot of times women say that they tell men how to do things and what to do, especially when it comes to dating. Like the female dating coaches are ridiculous. I don't think this is not a female dating coach, right? But women that are trying to give advice to men on how to date is, I believe, a lot of times ridiculous. It is. It just it seems meaningless, and it seems like there's no actual results in it. And in my personal opinion, a lot of times it seems like it's only for the benefit of women. So here's the thing where what she said, right? Approaching her, just saying you're beautiful, walk away. On it, great. Okay, I mean you're nice, you're complimenting her, but what does that do? All it does is you inflated women's ego, and this is the thing where This is something I've said before. We don't need to do that. We as men need to stop. Seriously, we need to stop inflating women's ego. I've seen so many women that are average at best and believe that they are perfect 10s. That is the problem of men. That is the problem of men. We think that it's a great idea. Let's inflate women's egos, right? Say that they're beautiful, they're amazing. Honestly, no, you're average. You're average. And average is good. Average is fine. But the problem a lot of time is that we are inflating these women's ego to believe that they are beyond average. They're beautiful, they're gorgeous, they're angels, they're perfect. And then what does that do? Especially in a situation like this. You inflated her ego, walked away. So now this woman believes that she's beautiful, right? Believes she's perfect, believes that she's amazing. Now, in her mind, any man, right, that she believes is average is below her. I'm not saying her particularly, but a lot of women believe like shit like that, where because they get so much attention from men, in their mind, they are so much above average men. And then if an average man approaches you, you look like he's beneath you. And that is the problem. We are inflating women's egos needlessly. There was no point in him inflating her ego. No point. What did it do? Besides inflating her ego. And that is something that men have done so often, it's become a detriment. We have inflated so many women's egos. The thing where, when a lot of men, again, a lot of men would have sex with pretty much any woman. Okay. So because we do that, yeah, I mean, Pike, yeah, I mean, new, I'm like, I don't think there's gonna be that many people in the kick chat. Because this is a thing where, because a lot of men would just have sex with pretty much, any range of women, okay? We make women think that, oh, men will have sex with them, so men desire them, men want them. So a lot of women believe that they are top of the top, that they are highly desired by all men, most men. It's a detriment. So that's one thing that I really want to fight against. Constantly inflating women's egos.
With my friends, and this guy got my attention and said, hey, you're beautiful. What's your name? And I told him my name, and he shook my hand, and he said, I hope you have an amazing night. And I said, thank you. And
got your attention and did what? I mean, this is the thing. The attention meant what? I mean, it get him nowhere. I find it like sometimes, I guess I get it sometimes what men do, that they want women to think about them, but it seems like it goes nowhere. So it seems like it's pointless and useless. It really does.
then he walked away. And this approach works really well for a number of reasons. It's a short interaction, it's polite, it shows interest, and it gives me the opportunity to continue the conversation if I want to know more. He set it up so it was really easy for me to ask for his name so that he could use that as a cue that I was interested in talking to him more. Or because he has no idea.
But you weren't. He walked away. And how's that, how's that, I don't know, how's that set up for you to talk to him more when he walked away? I don't get it. How's that set up for him to walk away? I mean, it didn't work. It didn't work. She didn't want to get to know him more. So all he did was essentially inflate her ego, right? Add to her ego and walked away. Really pointless. Really pointless. And this is a thing where, oh, she's going to talk about this.
Idea what my situation is, if I'm like maybe seeing somebody. I got a compliment and the interaction's already over and he's already walked away.
You got a compliment. He walked away. It seems like it was just one-sided. This is a thing where it's funny when you listen to women's advice or their thoughts on certain things, it seems like it's more a benefit for them, not men. And it's like, so you want men to do certain things where it benefits you, but does nothing for the men. Because I saw this another video where women are just saying like, why aren't more men approaching? Even though we'll probably turn them down, but more men should approach. What? So more men just are around so they can inflate your ego. And then what? So this is the thing where a lot of and you know what? I love this movement. I love this movement of men. More and more men are not approaching women. They're done with that. They're done with that shit. And women are seeing that. Women are complaining about that. Because this is the problem. All that approaching has only done in the decades, the years of doing it, has only inflated women's egos. That is it. That is what it's done. Women don't really like it. They don't care about it. But what it's done is inflate women's egos. That is it.
Approaching people in public takes balls. I applaud anyone who's able to do it. We've created a very fearful environment for men to...
I want to say that, right? Yes. Women have created a fearful environment. But what this whole interaction have also shown, women have created a oh God, what was it? A useless environment. Ooh, useless or pointless environment. A pointless act. All this approaching, right? This whole approaching, what did it do for him? Nothing. He got nothing out of it. He got nothing out of it. This is the thing, a lot of men know this. All these approaching that men have done for years, it's always lead to failure. Majority of the time, it just leads to failure for men. So yes, one, it has created a fearful environment. Men don't want to be called creeps. Men don't want to be, insulted, whatever. Okay. All these things. It's a very fearful environment. Approaching sucks. It's stressful. But what it's also created, it's become like a pointless thing. Pointless. It gives men nothing. It doesn't, majority of the time, 99% of the time, it's done nothing for men. Literally, in this example, this man, right, hit on her or gave her a compliment and it got nothing. She didn't want to get to know him. She didn't ask for anything more. She didn't ask for his name, any of that. He got nothing out of that. So that is the point. It gets tiring. It gets tiring. Okay. You build up the courage. You build up the strength to ask the woman out, approach her and try to start something. And you get nothing from it. It is tiring. It is really tiring.
Talk to women to the point where I think most people have just given up on it. I just wanted to share a pleasant interaction that I had to show that it is possible to talk to someone in a way that doesn't make them feel uncomfortable. Happy cold approaching.
It's like, again, it didn't seem like they were talking to each other. Seems like he talked at her and walked away. I find that pointless. So I don't know about you guys. What do you guys think? All right, let's try this one. I think this one is going to be fun. This one is interesting.
So I'm stuck on the side of the highway with a flat tire in a thunderstorm. I said, I'm not going to call my sister first. My sister always come through. I'm going to call one of these guys. I'm going to call one of these guys to come help. It hurt my ego to say the responses. I'm not even going to hold you. It does hurt my ego. One said, I'm not a tire shop. Two said, it's raining too hard. Three didn't answer. One guy asked if I was okay. One guy asked if someone's coming to help me. One person showed basic empathy. Make them lonelier. So I'm stuck.
Make them lonelier. Okay. Okay. Are you going to date that one guy? Are you going to give him a relationship? What are you doing for him? This is a thing where it shows you in this, right? Because you're saying, oh, what? Women need to give men something? Literally, right? In this video, she's trying to get something out of these four men. She's trying to get something from these 4 men. So, right, tit for tat. Women have created a transactional relationship, right? None of the 4 men she called, you listen, right? None of them were her boyfriend. None of them were her man. She has a roster of men, right? A roster of men, a whole bunch of situationships, right? That's it. That's all she has. And like, oh, make these men lonely. She has 4 men. 4 men she can call, and she got no one. She got nothing. So who's more lonely? Okay. You have 4 men, and yet you still have nobody. You seem more lonely than these 4 men. Okay. Ridiculous. Let's break this down.
On the side of the highway with a flat tire in a thunderstorm. I said, I'm not going to call my sister first. My sister always come through. I'm going to call.
Why would you even call your sister? Why don't you call AAA? Flat tire? Why? It's like, why are you calling another woman? What is she going to do? Come and fix your tire? How incompetent are you that you need to call another woman to come fix your tire? Could you not fix your own tire? Aren't we living in the age of strong, independent women? I don't need no man. And yet she has 4 men in her roster, right? It's like this is the consequences, right, of women's actions. You want to promote, right? In day and age, I'm strong, independent. I don't need no man. I choose the bear. And yet here you are complaining that 4 men that you, I don't know, that you have numbers for, right? That you probably deal with. None of them comes to you. Okay. Well, you're strong and independent. You can do it yourself. I don't understand the problem. What's the problem? Aren't you, right? It's like, how incompetent are you? And it's like the insanity that you need to call your sister. Why don't you call actual professionals? This is the thing, because she doesn't want to pay. She doesn't want to pay any of these, and she doesn't want to pay any of the professionals. So she wants to use others, either use her sister or 4 other men. She wants to get some use out of these. You're cheap. You're cheap. Okay? You're an adult. You can handle your own problems. None of the 4 men were her men, right? Were her man. None of the 4 men were her man.
One of these guys. I'm going to call one of these guys to come help. It hurt my ego to say the responses. I'm not.
I think it kind of hurts her ego. I mean, I'm assuming she's messed with these 4 men. Okay? I would assume, because if she hasn't, messed around with these 4 men, these men, she wouldn't have much of a connection to them. So I don't think her ego would be as hurt. I guarantee you, she's giving her body to these 4 men. This is the problem. We live in the age of situationships. We live in the age of situationships. None of these 4 men saw a benefit in helping you out. One, none of these 4 men, okay, were your man. And none of these 4 men cared that much for your body to do the extra work.
I'm going to hold you. It does hurt my ego. One said, I'm not a tire shop.
Nope, he's not. This is the thing. You should be heading to a tire shop. It's like women want free work. Women want free work. They don't want to pay for shit. They want to use men. And this is the thing where I love it. Men are not looking to be used.
2 said, it's raining too hard.
Well, hey, it doesn't seem like you're out, fixing your tire in the rain. So, it must be raining that hard.
3 didn't answer.
You're not worth his time.
One guy asked if I was okay. One guy One guy asked if someone's coming to help me. One person showed basic empathy.
Is he going to be your man? Is he going to upgrade to being your man? All right. One guy showed that empathy. It seems like you treasure that much. No, it's like he probably won't upgrade to be your man. So that was pointless. That was pointless. This is the thing where we got to look, okay? Women only see benefits, right? It has to be beneficial, right? To have you as her man. So in men's eye now, you know, they're doing the same energy, right? They're giving the same energy. What's the benefit of you being his woman? Well, 4 men saw no benefit. 4 men saw no benefit. This is the thing where, again, you got to think. 4 men she's dealing with. She couldn't even for these 4 men that she's most likely have given her body to. None of these men care that much. And these women love situationships. These women love situationships. They love hookup culture. They love friends with benefit. They love just giving their bodies to a whole bunch of men. They love giving their bodies to a whole bunch of men. Okay? Not finding a good man, not finding a stable man, not finding the boring man, okay? And being with a good man or being in a committed relationship with a good man where he would be there for you. No. What you want to do is live your life, have fun, be in situationships with 4 different men that couldn't give a shit about you. That's what you want. Okay? Now you're probably going to delete these 4 numbers and get 4 more, right? On to the next situationships. This is what women are doing. This is the world that women are creating. Situationships. Women created that. Women created situationships. Women created friends with benefits. Women did. And now what? Now what's it getting you? You are in your car alone. No man cares about you. Now you got to call your sister so she can come fix your tire. Absolutely useless as an adult. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, brother.
Make them lonelier.
Make them lonelier. He's referring to the lonely man epidemic. But here's the thing. Men aren't complaining about being alone. Men aren't. I believe men in general, men are not complaining about being alone. But look at the scenario. She has 4 men in her phone, and she can't get nothing from 4 men. This is the thing where, let's look at the reality, where men don't have anyone in their phone, right? The lonely men. So, okay, makes sense. He's alone. Here's a woman has 4 phone numbers, right? I'm just picking. She has 4 men she can call. 4 men don't give a shit about her. I think she's going to be more lonely. I think she's going to suffer from it. Where she's giving her body to 4 men and can't get any shit from these 4 men besides sex, most likely. So, ain't that something? This is a thing where you want to make men lonelier. What do you think is going to do for women? What do you think is going to do for women? And here's the thing. The Pookies, the Chads, the Tyrones, the players, the Ray Rays, the bad boys, those motherfuckers ain't ever alone. Those motherfuckers, they're not complaining about being alone. But guess what women are dealing with those men? Women like this. So really, you think those men that are in your phone is going to suffer? You think you're making them lonely? They weren't that lonely, right? Because they don't need to deal with you. They don't need to put up with your shit. So they're not that lonely. They're not that lonely. And that's the thing. What's up, Iceman? Yes. Men are not here complaining about being alone. Women are talking about that shit. Because women are projecting, in my opinion. Women are projecting. Here's a woman right here that has to call her sister to fucking fix her tire. I think she's the one who's being alone. I think she's the one who's suffering from loneliness. So, what do you guys think? What's up, guys? Thank you for stopping by. They always do. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, brothers, for coming by. All right, let's move on to another one. All right, let's check out this TikTok clip.
I just feel like if you don't do what I asked you to do, then you just can't be my man because I said what I said, and you need to go do that because I said what I said. I don't know what's wrong with these men. Like, I really don't. I'm not trying to say, like, I want a yes man or whatever, but, like, y'all, like, don't we just want that man that's going to do what the fuck we asked them to do? Like, I met some guy, right? In Walmart, all right, and I was actually just walking down the cleaning product aisle or whatever, and he stops, and me, I'm a very social person, and I was like, I'm sorry, because I had to grab what I needed to get out the way, and he's like, no, it's no problem. I just need to take a picture for the wife to make sure that I'm getting the right thing. And I said, yup, because she gonna chew you out, right? And he said, yup, because yeah, we all want that man that's going to listen. And if you don't, then you just got to go.
God, I don't understand how men like. Do men actually like women with such huge ass fucking eyelashes? I find it unattractive. I really do. So I don't know if you guys heard. I don't know if you guys could hear it, right? If you guys can't hear it, sorry, the audio is kind of low. Here's a woman saying that she doesn't want a yes man, but she essentially wants a yes man. She says she wants men that will obey her. Do whatever she tells them to do. Yeah, that's gonna lead to a successful relationship. That's gonna lead to a healthy relationship. That's not gonna lead to a man suffering in a relationship. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. That's gonna lead to what is it? What is those? And I've been there and I've done that. Thinking, this is the problem where we have been indoctrined, right? In thinking, oh, you need to date a strong, independent woman. You need to date a strong, independent woman. You need to date a woman that can challenge you. And then when you date these women, you learn that, no, that fucking sucks. That's hellish. A woman that's like always ordering you around, a woman that fights you on every decision, a woman that questions you on everything you say, on all the decisions you make. It's like, seriously? Are you a man? Are you a man? Do you have no backbone? Are you forever a doormat? And this is women like this create doormats and then cheat on doormats with the chads. Right? They use the doormat, they use the simp, they use the beta male provider to provide for them, to take care of them. Those are the men they settle for, right? The beta males, the simps, the yes men, the doormats. Those are the men that women settle for. They settle for those men to provide for them, right? Provide for them, take care of them. And then they fucking cheat on those men with the chads, right? The chads that don't listen to them. The chads that, lay the pipe good, okay? Lay the pipe good, argue with them. They ain't dealing with their BS, right? That knows how to manipulate their emotions. That's what they do. Yo, totally awesome. What's up, my bro? That's what they do. And this is this right here is propaganda. This right here is propaganda. They're trying to tell men to, like the simpy men, right? The weak men, to be like this. Yeah, be a yes man. Obey your wife. Listen to your wife. Okay? They be with this man. Right? Settle for this man. Use this man. Once this man is hooked, all right? He's hooked on this woman. Now this woman cheats on him, right? With the chads, with the Tyrones, with the Pookies. That's what women like this do. Because those men, right, the men that listens to women constantly are boring men. But you know what? They're stable men. They're simps. They're easily to manipulate. So women want to create, right? Women are creating the beta males, right? The beta male providers, the simps that will listen to them. Because here's the thing. There's plenty of those men. Why aren't you dating him now? What? Why? Because she's still having fun with the chads. She's still having fun with the chads. Until she's done, right? Until she's done, she wants to settle down, right? Settle down with the simps. She's gonna settle down with the simp and then have the chads on the side.
I feel like if you don't do what I asked you to do, then you just can't be my man because I said what I said, and you need to go do that because I said what I said. I don't know what's wrong with these men. Like, I really don't. I'm not trying to say, like, I want to yes.
Oh, no. That's not what she wants. That's what she settles for, right? The men that listens to a woman, that's what women settle for. So, no. Women are not attracted to these men. They don't want these men. They settle for these men. But they need to create these men, right? They need to tell men, oh, listen to women, obey women, follow women's orders. Because they need these men around, right? They need these men like being there so they can settle for these men. So these men, right? They can marry or maybe be in a relationship with, okay? So they can use these men. So these men can provide for them, right? Take care of them. And then fuck the chads on the side.
Man or whatever, but like, y'all, like, don't we just want that man that's going to do what the fuck we asked them to do? Like, I met some guy, right?
Because this is the thing, right? When you hear shit like this, I've always said, women can find these. Women can find these men easily. She said, oh, don't you want the men that can listen to you? Women can find these. There are plenty of men that worship women, that worship the ground women walk on. I guarantee you there are plenty of men that worship the ground this woman walks on, that would listen to this woman, that will slave away for this woman. Plenty of men. You just don't want them. You don't want them yet. That's the thing. Okay? There's plenty of these men around. She, right, is not finished playing with the chads when she's like, again, women want the simps around so when they're ready to settle for these simps, they need these simps around. They want to still have fun with the chads, but they need the simps around so they can have these men provide for these women, right? Provide for them, pay for shit for these women. They need these men to do that. That's why this propaganda is always constantly pushed. I've said this before. I hate this. It is because I've been there. I've done that. It's depressing to see men have no backbones, no self-respect. How the fuck are you listening to a woman? You should be the fucking leader of your own life. Okay? It's either a partnership or you're the fucking leader. Be a man. It's either equal or you're the fucking leader. That is it. And you know what? Being equal, right? Being equal, right? Equalness, partnership, that is new age, right? That is new age, and I'm fine with that, right? Because that shows you that at least you're equal. At least you're equal. But shit like this, right? Shit like she's saying, you're not equal. You're the fucking doormat, right? You're the man she steps on. You're the man she steps on so she can fuck the chad. You're the man she steps on so she can fuck the chad. And that is depressing, right? I hate when I see men have no self-respect, have no backbone, because then you're not a man anymore. You are not a man anymore. And it's sad. And like I said, I've been there and I've done that. Seeing how I was so like it felt like rock bottom. It felt like I wasn't a man. It felt like I was so much less of a man. Because I was, absolutely head over heels for a woman. And she treated me, right, like I was a doormat. And it's just the feeling of not being a man, right? Because what I'm saying is not being a man is like you feel powerless. You feel disrespected. You feel used and abused. You feel like, you know what? No one cares about you, right? That's the thing. You feel like you're dirt, right? How does that even feel like a human being?
In Walmart, all right, and I was actually just walking down the cleaning product aisle or whatever, and he stops. And you know me, I'm a very social person, and I was like, I'm sorry, because I had to grab what I needed to get out the way, and he's like, no, it's no problem. I just need to take a picture for the wife to make sure that I'm getting the right thing. And I said, yup, because she gonna chew you out, right? And he said, yup, because
That's the thing where he has to take a picture for the wife because he wants to make sure he got the right thing, because he knows if he didn't, she would yell at him, would chew him out. Shit like that, it's just sad. It's just sad that we live in a household where a woman will yell at you, and I've been there, been yelled at. Will yell at you because you did the wrong thing, like you're a fucking child. I like, my ex is like, being with her was like, it's her way or the highway. That shit is fucking dreadful. It's hellish to be with someone where you better do what she say, or you are going to get abused. You are getting yelled at. That makes you feel like makes you feel so little. Make you feel so little. Okay. And then the fear, right? The fear of not doing something right, right? Not doing something right. It's like, oh, I'm scared that I don't want to, do the wrong thing. It's like you're a fucking child, right? A child's position. That's how people manipulate, right? That's how people abuse each other, right? Where they control someone's mind, and they manipulate someone into feeling that way. So you're scared. You're constantly scared. It's constantly like on edge. Like, oh, I don't want to do something wrong. I don't want to do something wrong. I don't get her mad at me. I don't want her to be mad at me. So I don't want to do something wrong. It's like, seriously. Not getting the right thing in a store, right? Not getting the right thing in a grocery store should not be the grounds of getting yelled at. Should never be the grounds of getting yelled at. If let's say I grabbed I don't know, Clorox instead of whatever fucking else, and it's like get yelled at. It's like, shit like that. Being scared of that, it's absolutely crazy. It's crazy for me.
Yeah, we all want that man that's going to listen. And if you don't
listen and be scared. I'm done. I do not want men to live in like that. You shouldn't be scared of your significant other. You shouldn't. You shouldn't be scared of your significant other's reaction to maybe a mistake. You shouldn't be scared of making a mistake in a relationship. We are humans. Nobody's perfect. God forbid you forgot the one brand over another brand. God forbid you forgot about one brand over another brand in it's groceries. You're not gonna die. But yet, that's grounds for getting yelled at. That's grounds for being scared of your supposed partner. But that's what women want. That's what women want to cultivate. Yes men and fucking simps. Simps are scared of their women. Simps are scared of their women and of women in general.
Then you just got to get. I just feel like,
and this is the thing where you gotta understand women logic, because I think it's funny. Could you reverse this logic? Right? Reverse this logic. If a man says, you either listen to me or you gotta go. I want to reverse the logic where she using a woman, right? A woman being scared of, doing something wrong, right? Doing something wrong. And then a man said, yes, that's right. That's how you got to do it. Right? You got to be scared. You got to be scared. You got to do the right thing. You got to listen to a man. You think women will be supporting that? But women will support a man being scared of his partner, a man needing to obey his partner. That's what women support that. I mean, how many times you've seen women get triggered by the word submission, right? Get triggered by the word submission. Yet, if a man submits to a woman, that is fine. That is fine. The hypocrisy in that, the absolute utter hypocrisy. It is okay for this man to be meek, to be submissive to his women. But God forbid a woman is submissive to a man. That's what is misogyny, right? This woman is weak. This woman doesn't know better. This woman is not a woman, right? Absolutely ridiculous. One thing I want to do is I want to promote men to have more self-respect. I do. I mean, if this is the life you want, okay, cool. But as long as that's the life you want, I don't believe that's the life many men want. Because being a doormat, being meek in a relationship is never a good thing, in my opinion. So, what do you guys think? Thank you everyone for joining by. Thank you everyone for joining. You guys are amazing. Thank you. All right, I thought this clip would be interesting, so hopefully you guys like it too. It's a short clip. Let's check it out.
Why do men have it so easy? Like, men just have to stick it in and have fun, whereas women have to carry the child for 9 months. And they can't do anything. They can't eat sushi. They can't drink. They can't even, half the things that they do in everyday life, they cannot do. But a man doesn't have to do anything. He just sits there and has fun. He doesn't have to go through child labor either. Nothing. He's just there. He's just there having a great time. Where the woman is there just, dying. And don't even think, after they give birth, there's many side effects. Some of them rip open. Some of them have, postpartum depression. There are so many repercussions, and then guys just all they do is have fun and have a kid. That's what they want. No, it's not fair. Why can't they have some punishment? Why? I'll carry the child if you want to give birth. I'll care. If you want to carry a child, I'll give birth. We can go half on this. Why do I have to do both? Why do I have to do both? And you're just gonna have a great time. It's not fair. Why do men have it so?
That seems like a punishment. Dealing with women like this sounds like a punishment. Dealing with women's erraticness, right? Their emotional, right? Their emotional levels is the punishment. That is the punishment. That right there is the punishment. This is a thing where what happened to my body, my choice? It's funny with women. It's really funny with women where, women nowadays want to scream out, right? Their body, their choice. And now they're saying that men need to share. And it's like, so do you want men to be in control of your body? Do you want men to be be a part of the decision making? I mean, this is a thing where with women too, no one forces you to do anything. In 2025, you are not forced, okay, to do anything. You're not forced to have a child. You're not. Don't do it. Okay? And this is also, it's funny too, where she says all these complications, all these things, right? All these, side effects or stuff like that. And yet, right? Because men know all these side effects. It's always talked about. That is why we say that women's prime is their best years to give children. So you have less of said side effects. And yet women choose to push, right? Push having children later in life, where these side effects are more extreme, more of a probability. Okay. The best times for women to have children is in their early 20s. In their early 20s. Yet women choose to have children in their late 20s to mid 30s, where these side effects are more likely to happen. So what is it? You're complaining about the side effects, yet you're not doing things to honestly offset them. And again, dealing with women's like erraticness is the problem. Is this here's the thing where I find it funny too, where women complain about, childbearing and all that stuff, okay? But they never think about, if you're in a good relationship, actual relationship with a man, he has to provide for that. I hold men accountable for that. I hold men to that degree where, well, we need to provide, right? We need to provide for our family, for our women. That is the thing.
Easy. Like, men just have to stick in and have fun, whereas women have to carry the child for 9 months. And they can't do anything. They can't eat sushi. They can't drink. They can't even, like, half the things that they do in everyday life, they cannot do. But a man doesn't have to do anything. He just sits there.
How's the half of the things? How many women are drinking like that? How many women are eating sushi like that? I don't know if that's that common. What's half of the thing?
And has fun. He doesn't have to go through child labor either. Nothing. He's just there. He's just there having a great time. Where the woman is there just like...
In my opinion, it's not a great time, right? Not a great time, especially dealing with your women. It's not. I've been there. Not a great time. So really, I don't know women think like this.
Dying, and don't even think after they give birth. There's many side effects. Some of them...
First of all, also, you're not dying. The mortality rate isn't as high as this woman is making out to be. It's quite, I mean, the numbers are quite low.
Rip open. Some of them have like postpartum depression. Like, there are so many repercussions. And then guys just all they do is have fun and have a kid. That's what they want.
They won? No, because now they have a lifelong responsibility. How do men win? I mean, they both have kids. They both have it's like, not every woman has postpartum. And this is the thing where postpartum, I have my own theories about that, because it's only an imbalance of hormones. It's something that I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna go deep into it because I'm not saying I'm an expert or anything. So I just like, these excuses are tiresome. It really is. I mean, again, if you don't want to have a child, don't. No one is forcing women to have kids. Nobody. That is a fact. If you don't want the side effects, don't do it. This is the thing. Men live in the real world, not a fantasy. You were born a woman, right? You're born a woman. And if you're going to do women things, i.e., have a child, give birth, well, you're going to suffer the consequences of becoming a woman, right? Of being a woman. That's just how the fuck it is. It's like, it's kind of like really idiotic. Complaining about things that, you know what? It's natural. It happens. Wake the fuck up. Be an adult. It's like, it's like sometimes it's ridiculous when people just complain about reality. It's just how it is. Suck it up. Stop it with that shit.
No, no, it's not fair. Like, why can't?
Life isn't fair. Life isn't fair. I'll say the same thing to men. Who's providing for men? Right? I mean, who's making? I mean, like, how is it fair when you can take a man's child away, force him to pay child support, barely let him see his kids? Yes, life isn't fucking fair. We have to fucking deal with it.
Can't they have some punishment? Like, why?
The punishment is dealing with you, right? Your erraticness, your insane emotion levels. That is the punishment. Dealing with you is a punishment, is a headache. Okay? Only because he loves you, only because you have his kid, he's dealing with it. But that in itself is a punishment. He is not having a fun time dealing with you. That is his punishment. You are his hell.
Carry the child if you want to give birth. Like, if you want to carry a child, like, I'll give birth. Like, we can go half on this. Why do I have to do both? Like, why do I have to do both? And
you don't have to, right? You don't have to have kids. You don't have to. What the fuck are you talking about? Don't have kids. I've been seeing so many women talking about they're done dating and they're all this shit. I support that shit. Stop dating. Stop dealing with men. Because women like this is the problem, right? Women like this is the issue in the dating market. You don't want to have kids? Cool. Don't have kids. There's so many people nowadays choosing to not have kids anymore, right? Choosing not to have kids, choosing, right? Childless life. Plenty. Go for it. Complaining about something that you don't want to do? You don't want to do it. Don't do it. What the fuck are you doing?
gonna have a great time. It's not fair. Why do men have it so?
Ridiculous. Life ain't so fair, and you can do what you want to do. It's like, do you want to have kids? If you don't want to have kids, don't have it. But it sounds like she wants to have kids, maybe, I guess, but don't want to have kids. It's like, seriously, you are the hell, right? You are the punishment because your indecisiveness, your erraticness, your insane levels of emotions, dealing with you is the hell of that man has to deal with. So that is the punishment. Absolutely ridiculous. All right, let's do some Kendra G. All right, let's do some Kendra G. All right, let's do some Kendra G reaction.
Apparently, so I'm with it.
Oh, God did this?
Allegedly, because I did.
Well, girl, you had to click on the link though, right?
Yeah, like I said, I was clicking on things and I'm just trying to figure things out. But hey,
Is your name is Brianna?
yes, my name, I go by Brianna. My middle name Brianna. My first name is Jocelyn, but everybody knows about Brianna. So
Okay. We got a little Wi-Fi issue, so maybe it will stop. So you want me to call you Brianna? Okay. How old are you, love?
I'm 35.
35. And what do you do for a living?
Right now, I'm working from home doing something with medical billing. It's not in my field at all, but God had brought that to me, so He wanted me to keep paying my bills. So I'm working in medical billing right now, but I went to school and got my bachelor's degree and my master's degree from Virginia State University in media management.
Okay. Okay. So what's the title you want me to write down? Medical?
Production.
Write
Is
down
what I do.
production?
Media production is
Media
what I
production.
do.
Got
Mhm.
you. Okay. You have any kids?
No.
No kids. Have you ever been married?
Damn.
And what city or state you calling us from?
I'm in Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Okay. Fredericksburg, 3A. All right. So we got Brianna, 35, media production, no kids, never married, Fredericksburg, VA. All right, Brianna, boo. What kind of man you looking for? What's your zodiac sign?
I'm an Aries.
Aries. Okay, Brianna, boo. What kind of man you looking for?
I'm looking for a spiritual man that loves his mother, so that indicates he does know how to treat women to me. A man with morals. I grew up with both my parents. I still have them. So there's a lot of things. Well, I still have them. I still have both my parents, and they're still together. So I've kind of expected that out of life, but it seems like the age group that I'm in and the one that I'm looking for, everybody wasn't blessed to have their parents still together and know how to kind of maneuver in that space. So that's something really that I'm looking for. Preferably a man that does not have kids. And I thought I could deal with like the foreigners, the Africans and the Jamaicans, but it looks like a lot of them are here on visas. So I think they're just really looking for an opportunity because I found a nice young man on your site, hit me up, was talking respectfully. I ended up going to pick him up from the bus station, but it didn't really work out. We had a good 2 days together, but I sent him on back to where he came from. It was fine.
Well, what happened in the 2 days? You met him from the app?
I met him from the app. It was crazy because it was like, Brianna, you're moving way too fast. So I met him on the app, and then I was at the nail salon on Friday or Thursday night, and then he was like, well, why don't I come see you? And I'm thinking he's just trying to be assertive and not sit back and be like, just the hey highs. So I like that. It was still a little too fast for me. Like he already want to call me booze and babies. That's a red flag, bro. I don't even know you, but of course, I'll bring you to my space and give you that good old hospitality that I know how to give. But it was just he was Jamaican. It was just how he would talk. Like he seemed like when I was talking, he would be rubbing his head like I'm giving him a headache. Like, bro, we're supposed to be getting to know each other. You're gonna get my feedback, so you know how I'm gonna so you know how I feel about the situation. He was also a little younger, 29, and I'm 25, so that was a bit of a red flag. But I try not to throw that number out there.
I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's too far. That was just 6 years.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It wasn't too bad. But he's on a visa, so if I wanted to see him, like he lives in the hotel that he worked at, and to me that's just weird. It's not regular. But then again, this isn't regular, so I'm trying to get used to the not regular. Meeting people online and things like that.
So what was your final straw? Like, what was the moment when you said, okay, he got to go?
Yes. So we were down in Richmond. I took him back to his bus. We were walking around downtown just waiting for the bus. I could have just left him and said, all right, have, the bus, wait for your bus. But I still wanted to make sure he got on the bus safely and all that. We were walking around downtown and some girl, he was like, hey, like, just being rude about how he was calling her. I'm like, hold on, you are a little boy. Women want you to say, excuse me. You need to speak like, you want somebody to speak to you. So that was one thing that
Wait, who was he talking to like that?
just some random woman, because he wanted to ask where could he get something to eat from when I had just told him where he could get something to eat from.
Gotcha.
But whatever, so there was that. So then I ended up taking him to Burger King. It's really little, but to me, I feel like it's happening too much. Because there were other times this week, the week that he was with me, that he did things that it was like, I don't like that. I feel like it's
Brianna,
really
I want to ask you a question, but I don't know if I want to ask you a question in front of everybody. You seem like a good lady. You seem like a classy lady. I don't know if I should ask you this question. Okay, everybody close your eyes. Close your eyes and block your ears. I got to ask Brianna a question. Everybody do it right now, cousins. Close your eyes and block your ears. Only Brianna can hear me ask her this question. How about Brianna? You know how to do the private chat?
No.
Oh, well, you on the dating app, right?
I'm on the dating app, yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm not going to ask. Never mind. If I send you a message on the app right now, you can see it?
Yes, I should be.
Okay,
yes,
okay.
ma'am.
What's your name? What's your name on the app? What's your name on the app?
Brianna, B-R-I.
This is you? Right here?
That's
Brianna,
me.
this
That's
is you?
That's
Okay,
me. That's
listen.
me.
Okay, I'm not going to ask it out loud. That's why I love having my own dating app, because I can ask the question. I'm about to ask you this question. You text me, you type back and answer the question. Girl?
Oh,
wait. Do you want them to know?
I was just gonna answer the question with a yes or a no, but go from there and not let.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to keep it private, but you about to tell the cousins.
No, I don't need everybody in my business.
Okay, she typing me. Download the Kendra G Singles dating app. As you can see, okay. All right, and we'll leave it at that. All right, I got my answer. Let's continue. Okay, so that's over.
I'm gonna assume if she asked if she had sex with the guy.
Over.
Okay, that's over. Okay, all right. So let's continue. So you met that guy from the app, and now you're ready to meet somebody else. So I'm not even sure. Did I ask you what you wanted in a man?
Yes, somewhat. A man with no kids, preferably, that loves his mother, has a job, career ambitions and goals, doesn't mind going out, traveling a bit, but also I like to stay at home, play a little video games. I don't have to be out all the time.
Okay.
I just want to have a really good time. I laugh and I talk a lot, but
what are your deal breakers? Did I ask you your deal breakers?
No, I want to say that my deal breaker is if you have kids, but it seems like I'm just closing my options in. So if you have one kid and you're cool with the baby moms, then maybe there's a little wiggle room. But preferably no kids. Of course, no drug dealers. We're too old for that. Just somebody can survive on their own. They don't need me because my support. It would be nice if we came together to build something, but as long like I'm here making it on my own, as long as you're there making it on your own and we can bring it together, what's up?
Okay. Should he look a certain way?
Say that again.
Should he look a certain way?
Oh yes, he should be. I mean, he just needs to be clean and put together. I'm not expecting him to have Jordans. I don't have Jordans. I'm not a materialistic person. But the thing, you need to be a good steward of the things that you do have. Like if you have a nice car, don't just be, oh, I got this flashy car. Okay, do you keep it together? Or and things like that. But okay. I'm not picky on too much. He needs to be a black man, of course. He's got to be a black man.
Yeah, be a black man. Okay, black man only. Should he make a certain amount of money?
he just needs to be able to take care of himself, and you know, he don't gotta take care of me, but we're growing to take care of each other. But just open to that and growth. Just open to growth.
Open to growth. Okay. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Kendra, I went and threw it. She said Brianna. I was like, my name's Brianna. Is she really a call on me? Sorry, I'm in the middle of moving, so I got an air mattress over there. And,
all right, we gotta see. You gotta bring it down to the ground.
Okay,
We gotta see your legs.
I got shorts on. Hold on. Let me take these.
No, Brianna, this is fine. You don't gotta go do a whole lot, girl. As long as I can see the legs, we good, girl.
Okay.
Okay. All right, we see you, girl. Is that a dress or a shirt? Oh, it's a long shirt.
A little dress.
Swirl on them. Going with the win fabulous. Brianna, when was your last relationship, love?
Oh, my last relationship was October 2020 when I left him. Left him where he was at. We were together for about 2.5 years. Now, of course, I be thinking like, did I make the right decision? But I know in the midst when I was doing it, it was the right decision. Now I think it's just, where's my man?
She talks a lot, right? She's gonna talk a man's ear off. I can see that. So you're gonna have to like a woman that talks a lot. I mean, do most men like that? I don't know. I mean, I don't know if most men like that. So interesting, hopefully, this is a thing where I don't know if he's going to get anywhere with, a lot of men, because I don't know. He doesn't have anything that's all that desirable.
And
why did you leave that relationship?
I felt like he was like not forthcoming with a lot of information. He was being weird. The straw that broke the camel's back was like, we'll go on each other's phones and stuff, and that's not a problem. But then it started getting weird about it. There will be, numbers that aren't saved, but you call them all the time. And then when I confront you about it, you save it under as my dog. So then that had me going in my phone and saving my homeboys as my dog. And so I think it started making me change who I was a bit, and I just got up out of there. We're still good friends. I still probably see him every year. At least like once or twice a year, because I feel like once you've had a connection with somebody and want to just throw it away, is just, that's what breaks my heart. Like, we can at least be friends, right?
Well, okay.
I kind of find that stupid. So you can be friends with a man, but the same said man, you question his morality, you question his character, you think he's cheating, you think he's doing something underhanded. Why would you want to be friends with that?
Okay, this was your boyfriend?
Yes.
And does he have a new girlfriend?
He may. I asked him recently if he did. I was like, hey, what's up? I ain't, pull up lately. He was like, actually, I have a girl. I was like, okay, cool. So then, I stopped hitting him. Then the next day, he's like, you want a video chat? Why? I mean, yeah, sure.
This is how I feel. I feel like, here's the deal. If you know you're going to stay in contact with your man, then don't break up with him. Because you don't want to go from girlfriend to now you with the sideline girl. Either you going to figure it out and keep your position, or if you leave, be gone. Because you don't want to give him the satisfaction of knowing that he can now have other women and still talk to you at the same time. Unless y'all got a kid, only time that you got to stay in contact with your ex is if y'all share a human together. But if you don't share no human with this man, no.
Yeah.
Because it seems like you just, the one thing, what made me get here is you said, now I'm thinking back, did I make the right decision? Well, if you was going to stay in contact with him and see him twice a year, and whether you made a decision or not, you made the decision, but don't give him the satisfaction of knowing that he can still entertain you at his leisure and have a whole new girl. We're not doing that.
I hear you, but like anybody that I've dealt with, they could still hit me up. Like the guys from college, we're
Baby,
friends.
you walking dead. You the television show. It's a walking dead. Because let me tell you why. Because it was I mean, most men, okay, think about it like this. Most men probably that's probably the part they really like, the friendship of you, the great sweetness of you, right? So they get to break up with you or do whatever, did you wrong in the relationship, get to move on with other women, but they still get that nice sweetness of you that they love. They get the best of both worlds. Because now they get women and they still can hit your sweet self up when they desire. No, you lost all of me. Go play over there. Figure it out. Like now, so now you could understand what I was, because if you still allow them to get the good things that they wanted and the other women, they won.
Okay. I understand. That's something I'm working on within myself. But I appreciate that because I went to therapy for the first time like a couple weeks ago ever. And so I appreciate this.
Again, if you have children, I understand it. But if there's no kids, it's the walk, baby. Uh, sorry for that man. I never met that man. If Jesus was like, do you know this person? Jesus can't put none of my exes in front of my face. I'm like, I never met him. He was like, you know I'm the Lord. I'm like, I know you're the Lord. He'd be like, Kendra, if you don't claim this man, you going to hell. Well, Jesus, it was nice knowing you because I never met him. And that's just how I operate.
Dang. Yeah, I'm not like that, but I should get a bit of a colder heart.
Well, I just think you don't probably gotta be that cold, but I will say this. If you break up with someone, nobody will ever miss you if they still have you. And I think that
I do kind of agree with Kendra. I never understand the people that you break up with a person and then you still want to be friends with them. There was a reason why you broke up with them. There was a reason why you broke up with them. And you think that same reason, whatever reason it is, if they're your friend, that reason isn't that big of a deal? That don't make sense. That reason is a big deal if you are in a relationship, but it's not a big deal if you're in a friendship. The actual like the line between friendship and relationship isn't like that big of a line. It's usually just intimacy. Okay? You add intimacy and friendship is pretty much a relationship. Right? You take away intimacy and a relationship is just kind of like a friendship. So really
what women gotta understand, men. I mean, most men, a lot of men don't really want to rise to the occasion, right? So if they could sleep with you and never call you, they are happy as hell. Now, this is not all men, but there's some men who want to be husbands, want families, right? But there's a large group of men that's like, if I could just sleep with you and never have to talk to you again, I'm happy. Or if I could just hit you whenever it's convenient for me, I'm happy. Now, if you wanted more, let's say you wanted more from that individual, you got to stand on business. And then if he didn't give you the more that you desired, then he don't get none of the great things about you that he loves. You're a ghost. And but you really even but the larger part is it's not about being a ghost in theory. You literally should just be busy. You should not be available. Like, you know how you said something to him? He was like, oh, I got a girl. No, you should no longer even be available. Like your biggest flex is not being available for your ex because you're genuinely busy. You genuinely with another person, or I don't care if you're painting your toenails. Like, I'm too busy for whatever. I'm taking my weave out. I don't care what it is, but I don't have time for you anymore. Like, that was the privilege that you once had. You lost that spot when you did whatever you did to not be in my life. So go paint a room. I don't care. Groom a dog. Like, go outside and jump rope. You're too damn busy.
I got you. I should.
Okay, this is why I have to launch this women's group because, and every day I'm trying to launch the women group. But what I will say, these are the moments that further remind me why this group is so important, because I need y'all say y'all the prize, but y'all don't act like y'all the prize. Y'all act like y'all act like men are the prize. And that's why they act like the prize, because they get away with every single thing that y'all allow. But it's because y'all have not tackled the art of enjoying being alone. There's gonna be, listen, I'm gonna give you the real deal. You're gonna have to get used to being alone for a second, right? But being alone is the best time. You could work on so many things, like, and I mean alone just in a romantic space, not in alone in life. You got girlfriends, you got friends, you got guy friends, you got platonic friends. There's a schedule. You can do your self-care, what you need to do. Like when you're single, it's actually could be the best time of your life if you do it right. But some of y'all are so afraid to be by yourself that y'all just want something. And I'm telling you right now, something is not better than nothing. Sometimes nothing, and I just did this part of the course. Sometimes nothing is exactly what you need. You need a hollow space to get you together so you can attract better and become the woman that you claim that you are. You got to put some time into it though. And let go of your ex. Let him go be with who I don't even know, child. He's sleeping with somebody else. You might got herpes now, child. You can't even drink a plate at my house. Like, I don't know. I got an STD spray you down now because you out here with other women. You can't come around here.
Understood. Understood.
Okay. Now, we did all that. Did I ask?
I find it kind of stupid with Kendra. Sometimes she wants to give advice at kind of idiotic things, and other times she says nothing. So her advice is, stop dealing with your ex. Don't be friends with them, so you can move on and shit like that. And I agree, but honestly, that's not necessarily helping her get a new man. That doesn't help her really to get a new man. So the things that could help a woman get a new man, like the mindset or the looks, Kendra usually says nothing. She says nothing. But the weird advice she drops is sometimes just like, okay, I mean, it sounds great, but how's that helping her? How's that actually going to help her? I mean, yes, like, stop dealing with your ex is a good thing, but honestly, is she actually dealing? I mean, she's thinking about her ex, but that is not what's keeping her from getting a new man.
Ask you why a guy would be lucky to be with you.
Oh no, you didn't. I believe a guy would be lucky to be with me and blessed to be with a woman like me, because number one, I'm close to God, and I'm trying to do nothing but get closer. I love my family.
You're 35. Okay, you're not 25. Show me the example of the men that's been with you and have been blessed. The two examples you said, honestly, it doesn't seem like these men were blessed in being with you. And you being close to God, honestly, that's not what men desire. That's the thing, right? That's the example that benefits, like, that's what you actually should be talking about, would benefit men more. Your delusion. Men are not desiring you to be closer to God. And if you want a man that actually cares about that, why aren't you dating a man in your church? Why aren't you doing that? If you think you being close to God is some kind of amazingness, right? That's what makes you amazing to be with. Well, date a man that cares. I believe a majority of men, this is why men are leaving the church. They don't give a shit. They don't care that you're close to God, because honestly, a lot of times it's a red flag. Because I say it's a red flag because a lot of women are not good example of God's teachings. They're not. So, but if you care, right? If you care about, okay, you being close to God, date a man within your church.
I like to make people laugh. I like to be that good company. I don't want anybody feeling like they're wasting their time. So I make sure that, like, even when I'm by myself, I'm having a good time. Like music on, DJ going, I just twirling in a circle. Like we're gonna have a good time. I have a great time by myself. So I just really think I'm a really positive person. Light. I think of the glass half full rather than half empty, and just keep it pushing onward and upward. No excuses. Excuses are tools of the incompetent that build mind into nothingness. Those who specialize in them are seldomly good at anything. I don't really mess with excuses. And
Women are terrible at selling themselves. What's anything you said men have said that they wanted? It's like, seriously, what have you said? Anything you said, men are desiring.
I'm just a positive person.
I love it. Okay. So here we go. So we got Brianna, 35, Aries. Okay, could the guy have kids?
Preferably not.
Okay, so a man with no kids. Do you want kids?
Yes, I would. If we can get it on in time. But what is time?
You
Ugh.
on God's clock. Don't let the internet child. You on God's clock.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and God said you don't have a long clock. You're 35. This is the problem with women. They are terrible at time management. They're terrible at actually making a timeline. You're 35. You should have been focused on it at 30, at the very least. So you could have that 5 years to get to know someone, hopefully, build a committed relationship, hopefully get married. And then maybe at 34, you're already about to have a kid. Okay, you're pregnant or whatever. Shit like that. I mean, like, but now you're 35. What are you're wasting your time. Like, best case scenario, you find a man before 36 or at 36. And then best case scenario, you find a man at 36, maybe a year, 2 years, you get to know the man and you get engaged. Maybe you get married at 38, maybe, okay? Because you're a godly woman. No child before out of wedlock, right? So, you get married at 38, right? Now you don't want to rush it too much. Now you're maybe 39 of a marriage, a year in the marriage. Now you have a kid, or now you start to have a kid at 39. Yeah, that's a great time clock. Right? That's a great timeline. And all that is like hypothetically best case scenario. That's doubtful. Doubtful. This is the thing. A lot of women are terrible, right, with their timeline. And this is the thing where more and more women are pushing back having kids, and a lot of women are actually just not, they're childless and single. I think this is a woman that will fall into that category.
Everybody gets mad at me when I say freeze your eggs, but I say freeze your eggs if you have the coin to do it. But if you got money to travel, you got money to do that. But here we go. And somebody said that I said freeze your.
It's so stupid. Refreezing your egg at 35. Your eggs are already like not in their prime. It's like that. It's ridiculous. If you wanted to freeze your eggs, you should have done it 25, 30. But even that's like, seriously, the probability, I think the probability of successful egg freezing process I think I heard a woman trying to do that and she failed. All her eggs didn't work at all. This is the thing where using the idea of freeze your eggs, right? Freeze your eggs. It's giving women, okay, an out. It's giving women a safety net. When honestly, you don't need it. You shouldn't have it. You need things to happen right away. Okay? Make men a priority. This is the problem with women. You put men last on your priority list, guess what you're going to happen? Guess what will happen? Men will not give a shit about you. Okay? If you don't care about men, why should men care about you? Okay? If men are last on your priority list, guess what? You are last on men's too. That is the thing that women don't understand. That is what women are dealing with. You want to freeze your eggs, you want to spend, what is it? Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's old. I think that's over maybe, that's like a couple thousand dollars, maybe over 10 grand, I believe, right? So you spend a couple $1,000 for a single digit probability. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. Single digit probability of one of your eggs being able to be fertilized. It's like, what the fuck is that? Okay. Plus, this is a thing where you make it even worse when you're freezing your eggs when you're close to the wall or pretty much at the wall. At 35, you're just spending money just to burn it. And Kendra is giving stupid advice, ridiculous advice. The advice is that you should have had, right? You should have found the man in your mid 20s to early 30s, not now in your mid 30s to late 30s. Especially if you want to have a kid, you're wasting time. This is the thing where, like the other woman was saying. I mean, the woman before was saying all the risk of coming with pregnancies. No, duh. Because women like this choose to have kids later in life. You want the best scenario you can have is have kids early. Have kids early.
Why am I encourage women to be single moms? Freezing your eggs has nothing. It's not saying you're going to be a single mom. Freezing your eggs gives you actually an opportunity to wait long enough to meet the person you don't mind having a child with. So it's just that extra protection. Because see, men well, first of all, some of y'all, we don't talk about this, and this is no diss, but some men have weak sperm. They can't even create kids, but we don't talk about that because that's a sensitive topic. But for the men
it's not a sensitive topic. Yeah, some men, but that's not the majority of men. Plus, here's the thing where is a topic that I will talk about. Yes, men's sperm decreases with age as well, right? The vitality of men's sperm decreases with age. But this is the thing where what men compensate with that is that they have kids with younger women. Okay, that's how it helps offset. It's not 100. It's not a 100%. Foolproof, right? I'll be true to that. It's not 100% foolproof. But here's the thing: it helps offset that. Women can't do the same. Okay, younger men, it's not gonna, make it easier or better.
Who have strong sperms, y'all don't typically have a clock, right? So this is why men date differently. Men don't have the pressure of procreating unless they want to have a child before they're too old. Like some men don't want to be old dads, so they like to start their family at a certain age. But for the most part, a healthy man can have a baby easy at 52, at 60, at 70 years old. That's not a woman's reality. So women, the clock can get the ticket, right? But, great thing with science and, with freezing your eggs is just that extra time if you need it just in case. But if you want to just go out here and bust it wide open and have the baby, that's your plan too. Do you? I'm just giving all the options that exist. All right, here she goes, Brianna. I like talking to you tonight. Brianna, her name is Brianna, but her username is BRISKI4. BRISKI4 is her username. BRISKI4. Why don't you want to smile, girl?
Oh.
You wasn't smiling in the picture.
Oh, that was just one because everybody always tells me you have a nice smile, so I just want to switch it up. But
well, girl, this is the first time meeting these Negroes on my app. You should be smiling.
Look at the pictures. You saw one picture, maybe two, where I wasn't smiling. I'm always smiling.
Okay.
I don't do that smoking cigarettes. Smoking cigarettes, no. Weed, you can smoke some weed, and we can smoke some weed, but
I ain't
cigarettes,
smoking nothing. I don't like either. I mean, I think nicotine is worse for your body, but both got smells that I'm not trying to have cigarette smell in my hair, and I don't want no weed smell in my hair and in my clothes. I had people come into my house asking they could smoke. The hell you can't. Hell no. This is a
no.
smoke-free zone. I don't like the smell of it. All right,
I don't do
Brianna.
cigarettes.
I like you, Brianna.
Yeah, well, you ain't gonna date her, so you liking her means what? This is the thing where it's not impossible. Never impossible. Women always have options. But it's gonna be improbable. Okay? It's gonna be improbable. Especially certain circumstances. She wants to get married. She says she follows the Lord, right? So most likely she wants to get married first and then have kids. Well, you're 35. You know, you should have followed the Lord when you're 25. So I don't know. It's yo, big bars. It's all good. It's all good, my brother. It's all good. Thank you for coming by anyway. So I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be a easy thing for her. But yeah, I mean maybe, but I'm kind of doubtful it will happen for her. All right? What do you guys think? Let's do another one. Let's do another Kendra G video.
I see it.
All right, we can end out on this Kendra G video. Or maybe we may continue. See, it depends on how many people are here. All right, let's check out this Kendra G video.
You use what's your cover? You ready? You ready?
You said, what am I covering? I'm ready.
I didn't say what are you covering. I said, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Can you hear me? Okay, but put something over your legs.
What I'm showing?
I'm trying to help you out. Okay. Oh, you like to? Okay. Okay.
What?
What's your name, honey?
Leah,
Leah. Where you calling me from?
Washington, D.C.
How old are you?
39.
39. What you do for a living?
So I'm a custodian. I'm actually on my way. I'm supposed to be on my way getting ready for work right now. I didn't think you was going to choose me. I know.
Big bars. You are ruthless.
I know. I'm sorry.
Well, I'll go fast since you got to go to work. You have any kids?
I have 3 boys.
How old are your 3 boys?
You said how old are they?
Yes.
14, 7, and 5.
Okay. All by the same man?
No, I have 2.
2 men. All right. Here, I've been married?
No, I've never been married.
Married. Okay. So we got Leah, DC, 39, custodian. You're a custodian?
Yes, I'm a custodian. I work for the federal government cleaning congressman offices. I am an overnight custodian.
Okay. Three boys by two men. And
Like that custodian wearing that. I don't wear this to work, duh. But go ahead.
what's your zodiac sign?
3 boys.
I'm a
I mean, it definitely ain't good. Ain't helping her. She has 3 boys. She's 39. You know, I mean, to be honest, she's her situation is, you know, a situationship. This is a thing where I said this before, where women at a certain age and in a certain position in life, you should just be focusing on situationships. I think that's the best thing for you. You know, find a man that you can have fun with. If he's there for you, he's there for you. If he's not, well, just have fun with him, right?
Aquarius. All right, so let's do it. We got Leah, DC, 39, Aquarius, custodian, mom of 3 boys, by 2 men, never married. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
What kind of man am I looking for? A man that is honest, God fearing, good hygiene, good work ethic. Like to travel. He can have kids because I have kids. Yeah.
You want more kids?
I'm good with my 3. And I'm like I said, I'm 39, so I don't if I meet somebody that doesn't have kids and I feel like, you know, he's a good match for me and we gonna get married and all of that, but like I don't see it in my future me having more kids.
Okay. Now, what are your deal breakers?
Lying, cheating, bad hygiene, bad communication.
The children are young, right? Children are young. I mean, you're gonna have to be a stepfather. You're gonna have to provide for these kids. You're gonna have to help these kids, and they're young. So it's a responsibility that most men aren't dying to have. So I agree.
Okay. Lying, hygiene, bad communication. Should he look a certain way?
I don't really have like a certain type, like a specific, but I would like for him to not be overweight, like take care of himself, keep up with himself. But I don't have like a certain look. So I can't really tell you. Like, yeah, I have different types.
All right. Should he make a certain amount of money?
As long as it's over 50,000, more than me, make more than me, like
okay,
stability. Have some type of stability. I would like for him to be financially stable. That's a wide range, but as long as not out here penny pinching.
When should he be in DC?
Somebody said, you said can he be? Does he have to be in DC?
Yes.
He could be in DC. He could be. I don't see me doing a long-term relationship. No, I don't see how that would work.
Okay. Let's do the Kendra cam. That's when you stand up and we see your full body.
Okay. Ooh. I'm gonna flip it around to the mirror. Oh, hold on. What am I doing? Kendra cam. How you flip it? How I flip it, Kendra?
Just take the camera.
Okay, let me just hold it like this.
Okay, yeah, that works. You have a body on you. You're thick. You got a body, girl. Ooh,
thank you.
Yeah, our colors match.
Yes, we are matching.
Yes.
But you know what's so crazy? Like, I literally was in the house with this on. This is like I'm in the house, just in the house. I'm not going nowhere with this on. So I don't wear this out the house, y'all.
Well, technically you out the
house.
Like
I said, I'm in here about to put on my. No, I'm about to put on my uniform. Like I have a uniform and everything I have to wear.
No, I get it.
When you call
us, though, when you call us, you out the house. You in front of the world.
Oh yes.
No, yeah, she's face is average. I believe she only has a body. That is it. She has a body that a lot of men would gladly use. That's the thing where I think a lot of women are kind of sad about that shit, because their face is average, and they have a body that men would use. It's not gonna get you this, and this is why I say situationships are more friends with benefits are more suited for women like this.
All right. So when was
So
your last
how? So what?
relationship, Leah?
So what's next? They supposed to hit.
I'm not done. When was your last relationship?
My last relationship was
Butterface.
3 years ago.
Big bars, you are
Can you
Your
hear
cruel.
me?
phone's going in and out. Yeah, your phone's going
Can
in
you
and
hear me?
out.
I said almost
Yes.
3 years ago. Almost 3 years ago. 3 years ago.
Okay, you don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I'm not going to.
Okay. 3 flaws you have.
Like I said, for the streets. I mean, like that's the thing where she's suited for situationships. Yeah, not a special fit, not a face that's anything special. Yesterday, that's the thing. She most likely this is women that says I'm not going to answer the when is the last time you had sex. Most likely you did it within the month or two. Recent, very recent. Still for the streets, still giving her body to men that she's not getting relationship from. So what simp is gonna now take a woman that is still giving her body out to a bunch of other men? Ridiculous.
To work on.
3 flaws. I would say I am quick to leave. I protect my peace. So, I guess that's a flaw. Like if you do anything that I don't like, I'm out. I need to, I guess, work on accepting that nobody's perfect.
Okay.
Oh, another flaw. What's another flaw? I don't know. Like I gotta pick something negative about myself. I'm not gonna say.
Self-improvement.
Okay, well, I want to start my own business, so I guess I want to tap into something I don't really know what I want to do. Like I said, I work overnight. I chose to work overnight because I have kids, and the schedule allows me to be there for them during the day. I just want to tap into myself again and get more driven as far as like what I would like to do, as far as something that I would actually enjoy doing as work.
Okay. Fair enough.
Somebody said BBL. But do it look bad? No.
Well, I never asked that question, but you have had surgery?
Yeah, I had enhancement, but I never had a small butt.
Oh, you got your butt? All you did was your butt? You do any other body part?
Yeah, I got a tummy tuck too.
Okay. I
had three natural births. Okay, I'm done. I wanted it put back all together. Okay, how it was before it started.
It's very common in our time. I don't normally ask that question to women on my show, but since you brought it up, I figured.
I don't mind because listen.
Well, Leah, what did you do? It's telling me Leah's content contains themes some may find uncomfortable. If they remain in your live will be unavailable for some audience. TikTok is telling me to remove you. What did you do, Leah?
What did I do? I don't know.
It says.
We talking about my body.
Is that what that is?
I have no idea.
TikTok, baby, on the child. Lady was smoking, and they sent me that message.
Okay, let me put something on. Maybe I need to cover up. Maybe I need to put something on. This is funny, and I'm supposed to be.
Why would a guy be lucky to be with you, honey?
Because I am a wonderful woman. I'm funny, smart. I'm a good mom. I'm loving, nurturing.
Being a good mom only benefits your own kids. It's not going to benefit his. Right? I think women who get surgeries hate themselves. This is a thing where I'll say this, right? I think women that get surgery, honestly, they're only meant for one thing. You're sexualizing yourself. That's it. I mean, especially especially boobs and ass. If you're focusing on boobs and ass, you are just trying to sexualize yourself. You're trying to advertise to men. Look at this. Look here. But guess what they're looking for? Just to pump and dump. That is why she's doing a situationship, right? That's why she's still having sex with men that's not giving her a relationship. And now on here trying to look for a relationship. Yeah, for the streets. I mean, like, that is what you're doing. You're advertising yourself for men to notice you. And then guess what type of men will notice you, right? Focus on the BBLs, focus on the boobs, you know? The men that just wants to pump and dump. That is it. Those are the type of men that will focus on you. That's the type of men that will care. And again, that is why I say a lot of these women, their best bet is situationships, friends with benefit. A man that, you know what? He's there to have fun. That is it. I guess kind of like a companionship, but no strings attached companionship.
I mean, I am a great catch. What can I say?
So Leah,
You're so great that the man you just had sex with isn't giving you a relationship. That doesn't want a relationship with you. Iceman, I agree. I think the BBL is kind of a mental illness, right? I do agree. I do agree. Especially the crazy absurd ones. When you go crazy with your BBLs or insane with the tit argumentations, yeah, it's a mental illness. But I say this is a thing where women have to understand. You say you're so amazing. You're 39, and yet you have no relationship. You're still in the dating market, and you just recently had sex with a man. Why are you so amazing, yet the man you just had sex with doesn't want to be with you?
what's the age range you want to date? You're 39.
So I'm 39, so I would say from like 36 to 50.
36 to 50. Okay. Now, Leah, do you have the Kendra G Singles dating app?
I do not.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you what it looks like. You have an iPhone, right?
I do.
So I'm gonna make you a highlight. So this will give you a chance for men all around the world to know your profile page. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Here we go. This is Kendra G Singles. Go to iPhone and Android phones. Download the dating app. Favorite number?
4.
Let me see.
Okay, she's just talking about her site, her app now. So, what do you guys think? This is I think it's funny when Kendra gives advice sometimes, but other times he chooses not to. I mean, like, honestly, it's like, I would be saying, do you think that you are attracting proper men? Do you think you're attracting men that want relationships or just want to have sex with you? I mean, this is why I said that a red flag of a woman is that who she's attracted to and who she attracts. It tells you what type of woman she is. If she's attracting players and bad boys and she's attracted to players and bad boys, well, that tells you what type of woman she is. Yeah, I mean, I agree too. I agree, my brother. I agree. So, what do you guys think? Nah. Let's see.
Been harassed by.
Okay. No, let's end let's end out on this, okay? Let's end out on this it's a TikTok video, okay? So, let's end out on this TikTok video. I thought this was a interesting TikTok video. Plus there's another video of this woman, so I wanted to check it out. All right, let's check out this TikTok video and we'll end out on this TikTok video, okay?
Hi, my name is Kylie, and I've been harassed by men so severely online that I'm thinking about giving up. Misogyny has always been really bad as a feminist content creator, but especially because I talk about intersectionality, which means I'm often talking about the systems that uphold white supremacy and racism in the US, which pisses off a number of uber racist white supremacists. About 6 weeks ago, I was misled by some men, and they ended up having me on a podcast that turned out to be Red Pill. I don't want to go into the details of it because it was honestly like the most traumatic experience of my life and really horrible, and I am scared of these people, so I would prefer to not go into more detail. But I then became a meme known as Crush Out Kylie, which, here's a photo, but they sent their hundreds of followers onto me to leave hate comments and spam report my account until it was removed on Instagram. For child, they do the same thing so that my content has been censored, is not appearing on people's For You pages. I've become a target for them, for incels and red pill people. So if you see this, if you could just let me know, because I'm like really close to giving up and I've been doing this for 2 years. This has been my dream, and it's just like, hi, my name is Kylie, and I've been harassed by men so severely online that I'm thinking about giving up. Misogyny has always been really bad as a feminist content creator, but especially because I talk about intersectionality, which means I'm often talking about the systems that uphold white supremacy and racism in the US, which pisses off a number of uber racist white supremacists. About 6 weeks ago, I was misled by some men, and they ended up having me on a podcast that turned out to be Red Pill. I don't want to go into the details of it because it was honestly like the most traumatic experience of my life and really horrible, and I am scared of these people, so I would prefer to not go into more detail. But I then became a meme known as Crush Out Kylie, which, here's a photo, but they sent their hundreds of followers.
They successfully got my Instagram account suspended for no reason. This is a thing where I am now shadow banned on here, and I need help reaching other
onto me to leave hate comments and spam report my account until it was removed on Instagram. For child, they do the same thing so that my content has been censored, is not appearing on people's For You pages. I've become a target for them, for incels and red pill people. So if you see this, if you could just let me know, because I'm like really close to giving up and I've been doing this for 2 years.
Oh my god, she just tried to fake cry.
My dream, and it's just like, hi, my name is Kylie, and I've been harassed.
This is the thing. If you make content online, you are subjected to hate. It happens to everyone. Okay? It's not because of red pill, incel men, white supremacists. It's like this is the thing where you're so weak. Right? You want to criticize people? Well, you're going to get criticism yourself. Yes. You're trying to be a victim. You think spewing hate against men, you're not going to get hate as well? This is the thing where women like this, honestly, are notorious victims. Because here's the thing. Let's check this one out.
It's time to bring back social consequences. Imagine if every single man that sexually assaulted or harassed a woman was immediately cut off from his friends. Imagine if we lived in a world where men were like, holy shit, I can't be friends with someone like this because I don't want to enable this type of evil behavior. Think of how much faster we would achieve gender equality and legal protection instead of spending so much time trying to convince men to have empathy for us. Those social consequences are incredibly important because human beings are inherently social creatures. So if people come together to oust the person who is a predator, to call out the person who is being creepy to women, we would bring those closeted sexists to light. It's the same thing with my content about racism. All of those people who are in the middle and they're friends with racists and they're sort of tolerate racists, if they were to call them out and issue them an ultimatum and say, hey, what you're doing is fucked up, I am not going to be in your life anymore, to stand together as the white moderate would literally create such a massive impact. Because guess what? If you're friends with a rapist, you are one by association. If you have extended connections to racist family members and you are not actively trying to educate them while doing so, you are racist too.
Guess what? You are suffering consequences of your actions. Right? You are suffering social consequences from your actions. You asked for it, right? You said let's bring back consequences, right? Social consequences. Guess what? You are now experiencing social consequences for your actions. This is a thing where only women think it's okay to hate men and suffer no consequences for it. That's the thing. In this video, she thinks that, okay, you think You think men that do bad things to women have friends like that? No. Guess what? The men that do bad things to women and have friends, well, yeah, those friends are also bad men. So why would they out these men? It's like you think it's only in women's brains, right? Only in women's brains that bad men have good men friends. They don't. It's usually, you know, like-minded people, right? Hang out with like-minded people. Usually. It's not the norm where, let's say, a criminal is hanging out with a bunch of, let's say, I don't know, churchgoers. Not the norm. Exactly. So really, this is her. It's like,
It's time to bring back social consequences. Imagine if every single man that sexually assaulted or harassed a woman was immediately cut off from his friends. Imagine.
do you think he has friends? Right? It's like, why do you think like these types of men would do those types of stuff? Because he doesn't have friends. He's a lonely guy, right? He's a mentally unstable man. Being mentally unstable doesn't attract friends. They don't have friends like that. You know what? This is a thing where I've seen this where, let's say those the mass shooting things, okay? A lot of those kids don't have friends at all. A lot of those kids they have nobody in their life. So these, let's say these incels or these like all these terrible men she wants to mention, guess what? They don't have friends. So what kind of social consequences are you talking about? Plus, they are suffering from social consequences. They are not liked. They are hated. Calling someone an incel isn't a compliment. That's literally a social consequences or a social, I don't know, lynching in a way. Calling a man a simp or no, calling a man an incel, that's social attack, right? Social bullying. So really, social impact definition and why is social impact important? Social impact have been waves and changes in many parts of our lives, and the way we evaluate how business conduct their. This is a thing where pretty much she's talking about like is cancel culture. Cancel culture. I'm not the biggest fan of cancel culture. I mean, all this social impact manipulation, yeah. All this thing is like you're pretty much talking about cancel culture, and I'm not the biggest fan of that. So I don't know. I'm not I'm not a fan of cancel culture. I'm not really. I prefer, right, what she's talking about, right, in the last video is that she went on to a podcast to debate, right? Maybe if you guys, maybe I'll do a video on that, okay? But she went on a podcast to debate a men content creator. Well, she couldn't debate him. She got emotional. She left. That's how you should be doing, right? The men that, let's say, I'm not saying men that do bad things to women, but men that have certain type of views, that's the social consequences you should be doing, right? Debating them, arguing with them, like really, having conversations. Women love hate speech. Yeah.
Imagine if we lived in a world where men were like, holy shit, I can't be friends with someone like this because I don't want to enable this type of evil behavior. Think of
what world? It's like she thinks we live in a world where men condone those behaviors, right? Those bad behaviors, like bad behaviors against women or just bad behaviors. What the hell are you thinking? And this is the problem, right? This is the problem with a lot of feminists or extreme feminists where they are man haters. So these types of women believe all men are terrible. All men are either terrible or they're friends with terrible men. That's how these man haters think of men. So no surprise that she suffered social consequences for her ideology.
how much faster we would achieve gender equality and legal protections instead of spending so
gender equality. Seriously, what's not being equal, right? What's not being equal? It's like, I mean, men are predominantly, okay, the ones sentenced to prison. Men are more, men are a bigger population in prisons. Okay, in prisons. Are men not going to jail? Are men not being sentenced to crimes?
So much time trying to convince men to have empathy for us. Those social consequences are incredibly important because human beings are inherently
An interesting social accountability. Why is it important? You know what? And this is a thing where, okay, bring back bullying. Bring back bullying. Okay? I mean, I'd say just bring back bullying then. Make bullying, bring back shaming. I'll say that, right? Bring back shaming. So you want social consequences? Well, bring back shaming. And make it, this is a thing where shaming was a thing, you know? But guess who tried to stop that? Women. So you want a social consequence? Because this is funny, right? You saw this video and the last video. Last video, she's suffering from social consequences. And in this video, she's saying bring back or bring social consequences to light. Well, do you not want social consequences then?
social creatures. So if people come together to oust the person who is a predator, to call out the person who is being creepy to women, we would bring those closeted sexists to light.
Make shame great again. 100%. Big bars? Exactly. I agree. Bring back shame again. Shame men, right? If you think men are doing bad, shame them. But if you think women are for the streets, are hoes, shame them. Right? I'm all for shaming baby mamas. I'm all shaming single mothers. I'm all for, shaming misandrous. I'm all for it. Hell, I'm for trying to shame misogyny. Go ahead. Shame bad men. Shame men that attack women or do bad things to women. Go for it. I don't disagree. Go shame those men. But on the same token, men will be shaming women that hate on men, that, that do bad shit to men, or that, baby mamas, hoe around, shit like that. Well, go for it.
It's the same thing with my content about racism. All of those people who are in the middle and they're friends with racists and they're sort of tolerate racists, if they were to call them out and issue them an ultimatum and say, hey, what you're doing is fucked up, I am not going to be in your life anymore, to stand together as the white moderate would literally create such a massive impact. Because guess what? If you're friends with a rapist, you are one by association.
It's like, this is the thing where I don't think these men are the most popular men. And Big Bars is right. We do shame other men, right? We shame men for doing bad shit, for doing terrible shit, for being terrible men. Men do shame men, okay? I don't see women holding other women accountable. Men will gladly, right? Men do hold men accountable, right? If you are a bad man, and it's publicly known, right? If men know that you're a bad man, men will shame them. Men hold other men accountable. Men do. But I don't think women do.
You have extended connections to racist family members and you are not actively trying to educate them while doing so, you are racist too. It's time to bring...
And that's the thing where it's like entitlement. It is not your job to educate people on things. Just don't be with these people, right? If certain people are racist or just terrible, just don't be around these people. I think it's a problem when we have to force our ideology on other people. We have to force people to change. Stop with that shit. Really, it's like, who are you to force other people to do what, to do anything? It's really, I think it's really entitled of people. She is crazy as fuck. She is. And that's why I think it's funny when she suffer.
Hi, my name is Kylie, and I've been harassed by men so severely online that I'm thinking about giving up. Misogyny has always been really bad as a feminist content creator, but especially because I talk about...
I can't escape them. These people are racist clan members who think I'm a race traitor and violent misogynist. Again, you are suffering for the consequences of your actions. The social, right? You are experiencing social, okay, consequences.
intersectionality, which means I'm often talking about the
Yes.
systems that
You can only control yourself. Just don't deal with these people.
uphold white supremacy and racism in the US, which pisses off a number of uber racist white supremacists. About 6 weeks ago, I was misled by some men, and they ended up having me on a podcast that turned out to be Red Pill. I don't want to go into the details of it because it was honestly like the most traumatic experience of my life and really horrible, and I am scared of these people.
God, it was like you went on to have a debate with someone. God, just grow up.
So I would prefer to not go into more detail, but it then became a meme known as Crush Out Kylie, which here's a photo, but they sent their hundreds of followers onto me to leave hate comments and spam report my account.
It's not that she is all those things. She is all those. It's not that they sent it. Okay. You went on a big platform. You got hate for it. That's the internet. I mean, like, I was like, it's ridiculous. You go online for what? Love? You want people to love you? When honestly, you spread hate. You spread hate. So really, it's ridiculous.
Until it was removed on Instagram. For child, they do the same thing so that my content has been censored, is not appearing on people's For You pages. I've become a target for them, for incels and red.
Well, you're suffering social consequences.
Pill people. So if you see this, if you could just let me know, because
She's a
I'm like really close to giving up, and I'm
lifetime victim trying to fake cry.
It's been my dream, and it's just like, hi, my name is Kylie.
Yeah, I wanted to show that because this is the insanity of women, the hypocrisy of women. This is the silliness of women. You want to bring back social consequences, and now you are experiencing social consequences. Yeah. What do you guys think? All right, guys. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for coming by. Big Bars, Iceman. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Ruthless, totally awesome. Sean, you guys are amazing, right? Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Yeah. I hope you guys like the videos, right? Thank you for checking it out. Please check out my other content. Please like, subscribe if you haven't. Comment, those help me out too. So, thank you for all the love and support, right? Big Bars. Thank you, my brother. See you guys later, all right? Have a good night. Artie, my brother. Women would do the right thing after they exhaust all. Yes, I agree. I mean, I think women will have to suffer from their consequences, and maybe they will change. Maybe they will change things up. But right now, that's why I've said this before, where a lot of men, we're just sitting back and watching the world that women have created burn down around them. That's my thing, right? I believe that everything after the creation of feminism has been the puppeteering, right? Has been the influence of women. So now the world, right? The dating landscape, the social landscape, how it is right now, that is thanks to women. So if women are complaining about it, well, you're suffering from the consequences of your actions and words. So this is why a lot of men are just sitting back and watching the world that women created burn down around them. So let's continue to check it out, right? All right, guys, you guys are amazing. Thank you, guys. You guys are my brothers, and I love you. All right, have a good night. I do the balloon reviews, and it's just silly as Kendra. Yeah, I mean, those balloon reviews are pretty silly. I'm gonna be doing one on Wednesday. So that might be interesting. All right, guys.